Hi guys, so I'm going to make this video as quick as possible, a bit more interactive as well, that you're actually getting to see stuff. So if you can take a look here, what we have is I've literally going to break down food for you. That would mean that you can change your own dinners around, your own lunch around. I'm not going to get caught up in measurements today. We'll look at over the next few weeks that you're going to learn slowly as you go. So if you take a look, all I have is white potato. Okay, I have just an average bun. As I said, we'll talk about that in a minute. It's like a burger bun, some noodles, you know, a certain type of wrap. It doesn't matter, it's a tortilla wrap and some porridge. Okay, with that, the protein options would be turkey burger, chicken breast for example, and some egg whites. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is we'll pretend, right? Pretend the dinner is supposed to, you know, if you're on a diet for example, and your dinner for the evening was supposed to be a chicken breast with, you have all your weights if you're on a diet with me or with somebody else. But basically, I'm not going to get too caught up. I'm after doing this 3 or 4 times and it worked out perfect. So you see here, I'm just literally going to take an average handful, okay? What's comfortable to hold? Before I check, it's probably going to be in around 180, 200 grams, so perfect. 194, okay? Now, even though obviously I tried to be 4, but that's just a couple of times, that's general rule. If you're dealing with baby potatoes, it probably will, depending on the size of your hands, but as I said, it should come in around that all the time. Okay, so say that was supposed to be the dinner, and you go home, you're not allowed sauces and stuff, you're quite bored. So look at that, like you're kind of thinking, I really could not be bothered eating this evening. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of different options. So all that's on that plate is a veg, okay? A protein source and a carb source. The potato is the carb source, the chicken breast is the protein source, and instead the veg is the carb source, okay? Generally when we're doing diets and stuff like that, I wouldn't count carbs as regards your veg. You just get them into you. If you're on a low carb diet, generally eat more veg and stuff will fill you up. So if I came home and I didn't want it, I've just picked these wraps, okay? So I'm going to show you this. If you're getting in the habit of looking on the back of something, okay, it will always generally say per 100 grams. I'll try to let it focus here. So there we go. So per 100 grams and then per tortilla wrap. Okay, so that'll show us that there's 34 grams in a tortilla wrap. If you can see the carbohydrate source. Okay, and pretty much 200 grams of potato is roughly 30 grams. So forget about it, I'm not going to have that meal. I'm going to chop up, I'm going to throw some seasoning on my chicken, and I'm going to have it with a wrap. Okay, so don't have to physically do that for you. You can imagine I can throw in peppers, I can throw in a small bit sprinkle of cheese, whatever it is I want. And all of a sudden, rather than sitting down having that dinner, I'm sitting down, I can toast the wrap, I can put it in. If I didn't want to use the actual chicken breast, I could just use packaged chicken if I want. Take a big lump of it, put protein, we're not too worried about measurements. Another one then, as I said, I'm going to weigh out for you. This is where you can get caught out. So honestly, I can't even, where did I get these? I don't even know. Pretty much I would always nearly get noodles out of Super Value, and the only difference in these compared to Super Value is, so if you see here, and you can hear my dogs barking away. Okay, so I'm not going to waste any more of your time, it's focused. Pretty much that means it says on the back per 100 grams is 24 grams of carbs. Okay, that's what we're worried about if we're trying to lose body fat, is carbs. Okay, so 24 grams. So simple maths, if I was roughly trying to work out 30 grams of carbs, which would be an average portion I would give you on a weight loss diet. Okay, that means, imagine if I had a 200 grams, it'd be 48. Okay, just simple maths like that. What we do is we work out, you've got a plate, you can place it on your measurement, and obviously you said don't make mistakes, little mistakes like that, it'll bring up the weight of the plate. Obviously you want to reset your own little thing, and all I want is 150 grams of it, okay? So we'll take a rough guess, 79, one and a small bit more, so here we go. So 152 grand, no big deal. From there, I can even take a small bit of, so I'm going to take my chicken breast if I want. Chop up my chicken breast, I can throw it all in the pan, throw all my meat in, and then after that I can season it up whatever I want. You could even use a small bit of teriyaki. It's not going to make a big deal if you're on a plan. As I said, you're more than likely, most bottles is 250 grams, guys. If you literally just sprinkle that over your food, it's not going to make a big deal. And this goes to people who might plan too. You can get a bit of a mental. If you're overconscious and you really want to stick to your measurements, well then take a portion of that out and add in the teriyaki, okay? Then as I said, if we come home, you still want to consume the carbs, you want to go for something else, and go with a bowl of porridge. So as I said, what am I trying to get in the meals? I'm trying to get a source of protein and I'm trying to get a source of carbohydrates. So I'm just going to measure out 60 grams of porridge, which I know just from experience is 30 grams of carbs. Okay, so simple as throw your bowl on reset, we're back to 0, and throw in 60 grams in weight, so just a bit. 76, as I said, for the video you can go back if you want. Okay, 66 and so on, 63. The little bit, guys, is not going to make a big difference. Okay, from there The other source of protein, I'm obviously not going to put meat with this. Okay, now you actually could, if you really wanted, you could eat a chicken breast on its own and eat a bowl of porridge after. But this particular protein, as said, is 24 grams of protein in it. If you didn't want, if you had that, if you don't have it, it's not a big deal. It's as simple as throw my protein in on top of it, add my unsweetened almond milk, add my water, whatever it is, peg it in the microwave, job done, nothing fancy, okay? At the end of the day, if you're on a plan, you know, 99% of the food you eat, you don't have to make it all fancy and spice it up. You need to just eat because you're eating as well. So if you're only eating for comfort at some of your meals, you can always make the dinners really exciting. So if I still don't want to have that and I want to come home and I want to have something else, I can go for a turkey burger option. Now, depending where you're going, roughly turkey burgers are going to range between 20 and 30 grams of protein. Same again, we're not too worried about it. If we can just eat right, then that's all we want to do. Take my burger bun, there's my carb option. I've just taken away the potato, I'm throwing in a carb option, which is the bun. It's as simple as that. We throw it on, we cook it, we can spice it up as well if we want. We can add whatever salad we want to it. Burger bun, job done. So it's kind of scary to think that just sitting there would have been the same as all of this. Okay? Calories might slightly vary, but as regards macros, that there would be the same as this. This is where people go wrong and they all of a sudden are eating 4 and 5 slices of bread and they think they're not a big deal and whatnot. So the last thing I'm going to say is, if we came home we wanted no carb option, obviously we just take the potato out, we take this out, we do a stir fry without the noodles, we couldn't take our porridge out and have just protein, but you could if you wanted, you could just drink a protein shake. If not, you go with your egg whites, you take your veg, you can even take your chicken breast if you want, only half or whatever, roughly calories you're keeping. Fire 200 or 300 grams of this in, make an egg white omelette with chicken on it, spice it up whatever way you want. That would be a no carb option, and it would be would fill you right up. As I said, put in whatever veg and seasoning you want. So I'm going to put a little comment underneath. Just all I'm going to put in is the likes of the porridge, the potato, the wrap and stuff like that, and give you simple measurements. But if you get in a habit of reading the back of stuff carefully, you'll start to learn and you'll start to be able to progress. So people are on the plan. Between 4 and 12 is where things kick in, and I want you to be able to learn. Start, as I said, I can give you new diets all you want, but it's still strict. Imagine being able to come home and look at your diet and say, I'm supposed to have sweet potato, chicken and veg. Do you know what, I'm not in the mood tonight, I'm going to have this. Portion wise then it's a different thing, it's a different video altogether, it's a different ball game. Right now I hope it just gives you an idea of how we can play around with so many foods. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. As I said, I'm going to put a little comment underneath, just putting in what these foods are broken down again, and how it might be able to help. So a quick example is if you were on a diet with me and I gave you 300 grams of sweet potato, for example, well, I'll show you, you'll be able to work out what. So I'll break down what 100 grams of potato is, and you can just multiply by 3. It's as simple as that. Other than that, guys, feel free to post into the group. Put it as your own public post. I'll see it a lot quicker than a comment underneath this video. If you're on a diet with somebody else, if you're just wondering, I stick to the same thing every day and you want to mix it up, comment in, guys. I'll bounce back. You know, if you want to give me measurements, I'll give you back a new option that you can have. Thanks again for watching.